Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to WCNC Charlotte To Go. This morning we're talking about teens and kids and cell phones.
That's right. It's been a trending topic this morning in an effort to curb teen addiction to social media. North Carolina Attorney General Josh Stein says schools should take away smartphones from kids during the school day. At a town hall on Monday, Stein was joined by school leaders in Raleigh to discuss protecting kids online. Wake County among the many groups who've joined a federal class action lawsuit against social media giants for creating a mental health crisis. Stein's suggestion was met with criticism, though, from the meeting, with many saying keeping kids offline is almost impossible. He said in part, quote, "It's about having limitations put on by social media companies to better protect kids." So this morning, we've been asking you all morning long, do you think taking away cell phones during school is a good idea? Will this work? Let us know. We're going to pull up some of those comments. A lot of people chiming in this morning. So I'm just going to read these. Cell phones should not be allowed in the classroom. As a high school teacher, I know the cell phone is the #1 distraction to students learning. Teachers just want to teach. Cell phones, heck, we weren't even allowed calculators. So true.
Very true.
Yes to phones. I totally agree with Ben. Safety issue. Also, some teachers use it for instructions. Let's teach our children how to use it responsibly. Parents need to parent. I'm going to keep reading these. No, they shouldn't have their cell phones in class. I've always thought they should have like little tiny lockers or cubby holes with little keys so they can put their cell phones. Lots of little.
You've got little lockers and little keys.
You've got really good vision. You've got really good vision.
It moved before I could finish, but I saw there was some more littles in there. You know, I can see both sides of this, and that, you know, like we said earlier, I think the main reason a lot of parents do want to send their kids to school with a cell phone is because of the world we live in.
Safety
if something
issues.
happens, they want their child to be able to get a hold of them. But yes, of course, they should not be on their phones in the classroom.
But can you imagine if you're, especially like in high school,
You're a teacher.
they're just that's just the way it is.
No. And, you know, they have smart watches. I know even for my daughter in elementary school, we get emails from the principal that says, like, remember, smart watches are not allowed in the classroom. No, but her friends do.
Is that right?
Yeah, her friends do. And so even if you don't have a cell phone in the classroom, you're still playing with this as a distraction.
Personally, I don't understand it because I never saw that when I was in school. It was like,
I didn't either.
No one had phones. I mean, you went to school to learn.
Same.
I mean, not that you paid attention the whole time, but you're not sitting there, you know, constantly. I almost feel sorry for teachers that have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Because what do you say? Put your phone away? And then, you know, they put it away for a couple
Well, there has to be rules in place that, like, if you have your phone out.
Are there rules?
I think it's different for different schools.
I wonder if the issue is that schools are struggling to confiscate the phones in the first place, because we've always had phones in school. Like, I need to be able to tell my mom if practice, you know, ended early, or if I have an extra practice that I didn't know about, or extracurricular activities. But we didn't have them out in class because the teacher would just take it. Now, I wonder if maybe that is the issue, is that teachers are struggling to, like, take the phones from the kids, and so now this has kind of reemerged as a...
They could be a battle.
I think so, too, because in one of the moms group I'm in on Facebook, a mom did bring up that issue, and this was a while ago, but her son or daughter, their phone got taken. It was in the principal's office, and she was upset that her child did not have access to the phone after class or whatever. So... yeah, but
that's what I said. That's why I want to know what the problem is. And then the worst case scenario is, unfortunately, even though we hope that's not the case, schools aren't always safe. I'm trying to figure out the best, like, politically correct way to say this.
I go to schools all the time, but it's not more than middle school. I've never seen a kid with a phone. That's one of the. Now, I'm thinking high school is a whole different situation.
No,
but
even
in elementary and middle school, I've never. I taught. Maybe they're not letting them out, but I mean, I've talked to, like, I've had 200-300 kids at one time. Never saw one kid with a phone.
Really?
We have people chiming in saying, good idea. Joy Mott, I'm not sure what good idea to which part, but maybe taking the phone. John Kelly, sadly in today's society, they are needed for emergencies such as school shootings, which is what we've been talking around, but that's the case. Melissa saying, nope, schools are not safe, but my kid also doesn't use theirs during the day or they're going to be in trouble with me.
Come on, Melissa.
Joy saying turn the Wi-Fi off. Melissa also saying it's for emergency and tracking purposes only. And I mentioned earlier during our broadcast, I know parents that have tried to get their child off of social media for mental health reasons. Sure. And because students use laptops at school now, and these kids are so smart, they're figuring out how to then log in.
The firewalls.
Yeah.
It is the craziest thing.
Yeah, and log into their social media at school. So,
well, you know, if we wait a little bit here, there will be no more TikTok, if according to some of those politicians.
Yeah,
so
right.
Then you don't have to worry about it, because I guess most of them are on that.
Yeah, and now it's a constant battle. I mean, they're dealing with AI now, and did they write their paper? It's just like it's nonstop with social media and what's going to be next.
So I think that's why they're trying to say that the social media companies themselves have to bear some of this weight, instead of saying like your teachers and your school districts are going to try to figure this out.
Well, somebody needs to help out the teachers.
Yeah.
Along the way, whether it's the parents or whether it's lawmakers or whether it's the social, like teachers need help. They cannot do this on their own. And
they can't be police
if we're expecting the social
Right.
media companies to willingly do this, social media companies are not going to willingly do this. It will take
They're a
lawmakers,
business when it comes down to it.
Yeah, lawmakers would have to enforce it. That requires lawmakers to take bold action, which they have not shown the ability to do.
That discussion, seriously, I mean, that would be one answer, because almost all of them are on TikTok, and if that's declared illegal, then it's out the door.
Yeah,
But
well, they'll go to
Instagram. Then it goes to Instagram. I mean,
it may not be the same, because I think it's a whole different animal.
I think the issue with TikTok is the Chinese component, which is important, but I don't think that addresses the issue
the
that
fact
we're
that
talking
they could,
issue the phone.
Yeah, and they could even be texting with each other, or what's the answer, you know. Phones need to be put away. Whether if you want it on your, I feel like for a while you had to put it in your locker, right?
Yeah. Right.
And now, I don't know, I guess they have it in the classroom, but maybe it's something where it stays in your backpack in the classroom,
and then the other
you
part
can't have it out.
I was going to say with the teachers is not only do lawmakers need to have their back, but also, and this might be old school in my way of thinking, but parents need to have their back. In that if a teacher takes the kid's phone, then parent, defend the teacher. Don't defend your kid.
Well, that's what Melissa is saying. She's like, if the kid gets in trouble, they're going to be in trouble by me, you know?
Yes. I think teachers are so scared to do anything now because nobody has their backs. And I feel like they don't want to get in trouble with parents, and they don't want to get in trouble with others. Like that, I feel like if we empower teachers more to do stuff like this and keep cell phones out of the classroom, I mean, because the world is not happening in your cell phone; it's happening out in the world. You know,
the way to do that is you can't have it at school. I mean, that's the only way to do it. Otherwise, there's no win situation, because someone's going to have it. It's a constant battle. You just say you cannot have a cell phone in school.
Well, I mean, it goes back to what Kia said, though. Like, if they had it for emergencies, but a teacher cannot see the cell phone. If a teacher does see the cell phone, it gets taken away, and that's the rule. It can be
emergencies happen so quickly. You need it right then. I mean, that's the logic of it.
Yeah.
If there's an emergency, I need it right now.
Right, but can't they keep it down and then not have it out in class?
It's a no-win. So
and if they're doing this, then they get in trouble?
All or nothing at all.
There's no rule that exists that is going to satisfy all parties. You have to figure out who you're going to take what from. That's what lawmakers, teachers, school district leaders, and parents all have to figure out, is which one of the freedoms has to be taken away. And we'll just see what happens and what they do.
I feel like this will be a nonstop conversation, a constant battle, and it's ever changing. Something new is always coming out.
We'll finish this tomorrow. We'll do this every day.
And then something else will change.
That's right. All right, let us know what you think, and then we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Hey, come bring your phone.
All right.